Hello, we are Group I, and I am Jer, and I am going to talk about the history of children's literature. And today, I want to talk about the 18th and early 19th centuries. Okay, the first is John Newbery and Children's Book Publishing. By the mid 18th century, the serious publishing of children's book began, notably by John Newbery, and his books were largely collections of stories and poems by various writers. And his publication, as you can see on the PowerPoint, A Little Pretty Pocketbook, is one of the first published children's books designed to entertain and teach children. The second is Russell and the Moral Tale. There's a book named Email, and in which he emphasized the importance of moral development. For Russell, proper moral development could be best accomplished through living a simple life. And Russo's followers wrote didactic and moralistic books to teach children how to be good and proper human beings. And Newbery also contributed his fair share of moralistic tales, like this book, The Little Goody Two Shoes. And a great many writers, most of them are women, because men still look on writing for children as an inferior occupation. Okay, and among the best known of these writers is Maria Edgeworth, and whose most famous works for children are her short story, The Purple Jar, and her book, Simple Susan. This is about a country girl whose goodness helps her to triumph over an ill-intentioned city lawyer. And the following is the rise of the folk tales. The first is retellings with moral. Actually, folk tales were printed in English as early as 1729, when Tales of Mother Goose, originally retold by the Frenchman Charles Perrault, was first translated and published in English. And this retelling of all stories, including in Cinderella, Little Red Riding Hood, and Sleeping Beauty in the Wood, soon became staples in English nurseries. And John Newbery's successor, Elizabeth Newbery, published the first children's edition of the Middle Eastern tale from the Arabian Nights, featuring Sinbad the Sailor, Aladdin and his name, and others in about 1791. And then there are two German brothers, Jacob and Wilhelm Grimm. They collect a great number of folk tales and publish them. And the Grimm's tales are still the most famous of all collections. The final folk rhyme collections were equally popular. By the end of the 19th century, the collector Jos Jacobs and Andrew Lang were delighting children and adults alike. In the Victorians, the Golden Age, there's a change from what adults believed was good for children This is uh, this is before children literature could fully mature from what adults believe was good for children to what children themselves enjoyed. And there are five factors uh, influence the golden age emerge. The first is family unit. The strengthening of the family unit brought about in part by lower infant mortality rate and that helped to stabilize the family. The second is technology. Rapid developing technology that made possible still cheaper books, along with high quality full color printing. And third, the slow but inexorable rise of the status of women who have dominated children's writing from the end of the 18th century. And fourth is the growth of widespread educational opportunities, including mandatory education legislation in both the United States and Great Britain, creating more readers. And the final is the continued growth of the middle class, which further broadened the reading audience. Okay, these five factors confluence the first golden age of children's books during the reign of Britain's Queen Victoria, hence the Victorian period. And next part is another. This part will be presented by one of our members.